Okay, so for this recipe, it's just a dip recipe. I'm using the recipe for the dip, and I'm not using canned chicken. I'm using shredded rotisserie chicken because that's what I have. And I'm putting the pasta in the dip, putting cheese on top once it's in a baking dish and baking it. And that is how I'm doing tonight's dinner. So I'm taking a dip and some pasta and making buffalo chicken pasta for dinner. And this is a new recipe. We haven't tried it, but we like buffalo chicken dip, so hopefully we like the pasta. Okay, so right now I am just filling my pot with water to boil my noodles. And you guys will watch me make a huge mess with that because I'm really good at making a mess with water. I think the last bit of water I finally didn't spill it everywhere. Yay me. But yeah, so I spilled a bunch of water and it is what it is. There we go. See, no mess. Okay. Now, see, I'm using egg noodles. I'm showing you guys the recipe again. So I'm using the Frank's Red Hot, a cup of it, but it's the pickle one. My husband got it and really liked it. And by the way, it is definitely delicious. So I'm using a cup of that, 2 blocks of cream cheese, because I am essentially doubling the dip recipe. And I will link which dip recipe I used in my description, so you guys can go Google it and find it. I'm adding a cup of blue cheese dressing, and something you guys won't see and I goofed on, I meant to add ranch because I felt it needed more, sauciness, and I messed up and put Caesar dressing. You could not tell, and it still tasted delicious. And I don't know why I used a whisk because it didn't actually do the job better than the rubber spatula, and I go back to using the rubber spatula because it worked a whole lot better. But so you guys will see. And then I'm doing a cup of mozzarella, and I think I added 2 cups actually because 1 cup just didn't seem like enough. And then again, you guys, I top it with mozzarella. This is not a diet recipe by any means. And you could put this over rice. You could put this on burger buns if you wanted. I am choosing to do it with pasta and turn it into like a casserole, and it was amazing. So I just added garlic powder and black pepper to it. No crazy amounts. There's already a ton of flavor from the cheese and the dressing and the Frank's. So not really a big deal. And you guys, I almost busted that bag open all over the floor when I was trying to dump it in there. Hilarious. I did pull apart an entire rotisserie chicken and mix it. I didn't have canned chicken, so I used a rotisserie chicken, and it tasted amazing. So 1 bag of noodles and all of this dip makes about 2 good size casseroles. I don't know if that's a 9x13. It's probably a little smaller, but it was perfect for me and my husband to have some leftovers. You guys, the baby was starting to give me some trouble. So you don't need to grease the pan. There's no need. The pasta comes in and out just fine. And like I said, half of this goes in, and I think I do 4 big scoops. Apparently I did 5. And it really does go a long way. You're just going to top it with more mozzarella cheese till your heart is happy. And if you want to use a different kind of cheese, go for it. I use mozzarella because I had a big bag of mozzarella in my fridge. And the dip called for mozzarella. So I figured, why not just kind of keep it all, uniform and use it all at once. Pop it in the oven and you are good to go. I ended up broiling it just to get the cheese going. And then I am labeling my bag that I'm going to put everything in the freezer. Hey, label, because I've done it plenty of times where I didn't label and I just didn't know what I had in there. So remember to always label your stuff. What else am I doing? Oh, here's a little tip I learned. Fold your bag over when you're putting stuff in it, and it will not get messy over the zipper. Okay, whoopsie, it stayed under the broiler a little too long, but that's fine. It smells amazing. I'm sure it'll still be amazing. I'm about to get a bowl for my husband, and I know the kids won't eat it, and my sister tried it and said the spice, the Frank's was too pickly, and it's a little too spicy for her, so this will just be me and my husband, which It's perfect because I can go right down the middle, 1, 2, 3. I can probably get 3 servings for myself, 2 for my husband out of this. He eats a little bit more than me. He's a bigger guy than me, obviously, but yeah. It still smells amazing. It tasted amazing. I cannot wait to dig in. That looks delicious. I'm gonna try a little bite before I give this to my husband because I'm serving his plate. Oh my gosh. That is amazing. Whether you want to use the pickle red hot or not, this is amazing. Okay, so that whole batch gave me enough for 1 tray, and that was half the pan. So this is the other half the pan. So when I thaw this, I can just put it in a baking dish and top with cheese, and then I will cook it to heat it up and then broil it to bubble up the cheese. So this is going in the freezer for a freezer meal. Okay, you don't need to keep yelling at me, oven. So this will be a great postpartum meal, or we'll probably eat it before then, but that's fine because I'm definitely going to make this for postpartum meals.